for 2 years, you said only one person has come. Only one. And this report, you were aware of this infraction before the report was published. You were aware of it. When the auditors came to the school during the audit, they mentioned it to you. And you were aware of it. So you were aware of this thing for about 2 years now. And only one person. You have not made any effort. No effort. Yeah, because when you come here, we'll speak some for you. That's why you are doing. But let me tell you, the recommendation is saying that if you fail, officials whose inaction resulted in the loss should be held responsible to refund the amounts. Because this is only one person, 108 students.
Honorable Member, I understand your pain, but if you look at paragraph 527, also Ghana Education Service circular, and it goes GES-DG/245/19/364, dated December 19th, 2019, directed all regional directors of education to ensure that parents or guardians of students who misplace or deface textbooks supplied are made to replace, saying by paying the required cost and of the textbooks concerned at the cost of 30 Ghana cedis per textbook, and pay same into a designated bank account provided. So the persons that we need to also hold accountable will be the regional directors. And when it comes to their promotion, it should be tied to the return of these books, because they are also supposed to make sure these books are collected.
So, Madam Regional Director, based on what the chairman has just read, what action have you taken with respect to this infraction? Because almost about 7 schools in your region are affected.
Thank you, Chairman. This school happens to be a technical school, a TVET school, but it's the same Ministry of Education. And what I want to say is that I am happy that they will be holding us responsible. And when they do, we will also hold them responsible.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's just simple.
Chairman.
Yes, sir.
With respect. Hey, not directly to you, but on the average, per year, because some of the recommendations that we hear around is that when the students are coming for their certificate, we would hold them to those and that. On the average, how many students after school do come back to the school for any documentation?
Yeah, on the average, our school has a huge number.
Coming back to the school for documentations like certificates and the rest?
Let's say within the first year, after their examination being written, I think we do have about 50% of them coming back.
About 50%?
Yeah, but it's a technical school, so sometimes some of them go into work. They don't see the need to come back for their certificate or their results.
Okay.
It's a slow process in the technical schools.
Okay,
because
50% is a huge number. Yeah. If I'm to ask, you'd obviously tell me that for those that do not come and those that you've not been able to recover are part of the 50% that do not come back to the school for any documentation. Because most often it is tied to it that when they come. But if 50% on the average is a head and tail, half of the students will return back. So it obviously means that if not for anything at all, the individuals with some of these infractions and these books and other properties of the school with them, half of them were supposed to have come back to the school, and at least half of those items could have been collected instead of one over 2 years. You'd understand?
Please, it's over the years. It's accumulation of students from other years being accumulated. So averagely a year, maybe we may have about 10 or less of, in terms of numbers for students not submitting. So Anglo Technical Institute has been established so many years ago. So accumulation of those who have not been is something. So it's not that a year, it happens in just a year.
Sir, you are discharged.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
You are, let's call Anglon SHS. And we are going to repeat what we just did by different names, different schools. Anglon, introduce yourself to the committee.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Newman G.A. Joabe, Headmaster, Anglon Senior High School.
All right.
Ebenezer Mausi Kusive, Accountant, Anglon SHS.
Your first infraction is on paragraph 513, and Honorable Dr. Jassa will take care of that one.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. This infraction has to do with cash irregularity, bordering on unrefunded carriage expenses. For Anglo, we have 3 transactions totaling 6,130 Ghana cedis. What's the status now, Mr. Headmaster?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, it is true that that amount was spent on cutting food from the designated centers that were given to cut our food to the school. So when auditors picked this, we wrote a letter through the district region and to the Free SHS coordinator. To date, we have not had any report on that. The last letter I have in my hand here is dated 10 February. The other one is 30th November 2025. Under the dispensation at the time, that was the norm, that was what was invoked, where food is dumped at 3 designated centers, Sogakope, Ho, and Kpando, for us to cut. So the little resources were given, that's what we're using to cut the food to our schools. If you don't go to, you have a challenge feeding your students. So we don't have any other way to go rather than spend part of the feeding grant to cut the food because the students need the food. Thank you.
All right. When was the last time you did a follow-up?
It was on the 10th of February, the last 2026. Then before that, it was 30th November 2025.
Chairman, I'm done.
The next infraction is on paragraph 526, and it's textbook again. Honorable Bauer.
In your case, the textbooks, how far with it?
Thank you. We are through with the recovery of the 300 textbooks. It's left with 13 for us to recover from the students. The good news here is that if the students are able to do well and they need the certificate or the result, then they come for it. That has always been our prayer. Okay, so we are left with only 13 to recover.
Chairman, let me commend
we've been able to recover 300.
the headmaster. You don't finish. Let me commend him because out of 313,
Yes.
he's been able to retrieve 300.
Wow.
It's highly commendable.
Thank you.
But if somebody came here and sat here with over 440 textbooks, he said you are taking only one. One. That's why I'm saying that there should be a definite ruling on it by chairman. But if we just say that they should go, they will not make any effort to collect it. This is a serious headmaster. He has been able to, this is highly commendable. Out of 313, he has been able to take 300, chairman.
The regional
Headmaster,
directors are also supposed
I highly
to
commend you for being proactive and then protecting, trying to make sure that successive students who come also get textbooks to be able to study. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair.
You see, the regional directors were also supposed to help. Nobody is accountable. That's a problem.
Chair. Chair. Very good. They recommend. I mean, you applaud them and all that, but henceforth, GES should start looking at policy issues with regards to this book thing. It should be part and parcel of our wards going to school, giving them mindset, calculator, and textbook. It should be something. I mean, taxpayers' money should provide for our kids. So it is something we will recommend as a committee. You'll be looking at it and see how you take policy direction in regards to that.
That is a policy question, and it's above this committee. We can appeal to GES for them to, the ministry, to change the policy. That's not the job of Public Accounts Committee. Yes, I know you are discharged. We will recommend what we have to recommend.
Thank you, Chair.
Let's call Mawoku EPC Gross High School. Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Rose Nyawuto, Headmistress, EPC Malco Girls Senior High School.
Eric Jerry Doe, the accountant of EPC Malco Girls.
Your infraction is on paragraph 518, and Honorable Akwesi Kunedu will handle that one.
Chairman, thank you very much. And welcome, Madam.
Thank you.
Madam, you have 5 number of staffs who were paid salaries that the auditors say they did not work for. Let me begin with the first one. Your namesake, Madam Rose Amebo.
Yes. She was diseased. She passed on.
When did she die?
That was in December 2023.
And when was the school notified of her demise?
It was in January.
Now, Madam, you ended up from January to April verifying her for 4 months. You were notified of her demise in January. So assuming even you had already verified her in January, that would not have been a problem. But you went ahead and verified her 3 other months after the school was notified of her demise.
Yes, Chair. I also took office in 2023 December. So but as at that time, I was not a validator. So but when the audit report came, fortunately, the salary was not withdrawn from her account, and we wrote to the bank, and that was how come the bank paid back. The money was paid back to Chest.
So the money had been paid back to Chest?
Yes,
and
please.
Evidence given to the auditors on that?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's move on to the next one before we do the verification of them. Madam, what about Vante Michael Selom Kwajo?
Vante is a staff of WBA Zion Senior High School, Abuakwa. But at a point in time, there was a problem with our pay voucher where staff members of GES found their names on other payroll of management units. So he was validated in EPC Maoko Girls for some time.
You said there was a problem with your pay?
No, challenge. It was all over where members of staff from
all over the region?
Yes, from various management units in GES. So names of staff of GES appeared in other regions, in other schools' payroll. So that was how come Vante's name appeared on EPC Malco Girls' payroll.
So that means he was not verified at your end?
He was.
Madam, the person was not working with you, and you were verifying from your end. You knew where he was at that time of verification?
No, we didn't know where he was
then
at that time.
How did you manage to verify him in your institution? Because you have the name there, and you don't know the person, and for 1 year you kept validating that person, telling me there was a challenge across the region, how do you end up validating people in your school? Because the person was not physically present. It was not that the person had been transferred.
No, the person was not transferred. He was not a member of staff. So when this report came, I asked the validator, who also confirmed that he's not a staff. So we quickly wrote to the headmaster to confirm whether he's a staff of his institution, which he also responded in writing that he's a staff in his school and he's at post. But as at that time, the name was still not on our payroll, but it was captured before the corrections were done.
Madam, where is the validator? During the period, we are looking at January to April of 2024. Were you in the school?
Yes.
Were you the headmistress?
Yes, sir.
Does the final validation document pass through your hands before it gets to whoever has to pay, the GES?
No.
It doesn't pass through your hands?
No.
You have no oversight over the validation of your staff?
No. As at that time, but now I do.
As at that time?
Yes.
How?
Because
Was the validation done independently of you as the headmistress?
it was done by a team. But that time, they'll forward before they'll bring the print out.
How? So who sanctions that these are the staffs that I have in my school? Is that a normal procedure that the headmistress at that time or the principal of the school would not have access to the number of staffs he has in the school for validation and payment to be made to them, and that document could be sent without you validating it finally, and the payment could be done only after you?
The assistant headmaster academic was doing the final validation before I requested to be when I realized the infraction, I became a validator. I was in my former school before I moved, so I quickly went to the controller, wrote to them that I have to do the final validation.
And is that the same excuse you would also give for Daniel Amwako? He was validated for January to December of 2024.
Yes, they were the same.
And again, you have another person by name Daniel Yabua, also validated for a year.
Yes.
Madam, let me ask, based on the letter that the other school wrote to you, can you independently verify that actually that person was at post in that school?
Yes, I spoke with them.
No, you spoke with them?
Yes.
Have you personally had an encounter with these three individuals?
I had not the teachers, but the heads.
Do you know why I asked, madam?
No.
It is primarily also possible that these individuals were not in the other school that we talk about. The heads would also write and say they were.
Before they wrote, when I wrote to them and they responded, I met all the three heads.
Oh, all the three heads?
Yes.
Now I'm asking of the individuals involved. I am not trying to impugn into anybody any illegality, but I'm also telling the possibility.
Yes.
You can come to me and say that these individuals, are they in the school? I will just tell you yes. Madam, it's also possible they were not there. They may have even traveled out of the country. You understand?
Yeah.
But they will just say, oh, yes, they are. And we ended up validating all of these individuals for a year. Persons that your institution, when I say you, not you per se, your institution validated, without even having access to them physically knowing that they were there. So as we speak now, are they still in those schools? Can you verify that they are still working?
Two are still in the school.
And where is the other one?
The other one, Yebua Daniel,
Has traveled.
Has traveled.
That is what I talk about.
So,
you understand?
Yes.
So it's possible that January to the December, the person was not in that school. The person may have traveled.
So I made a follow-up to get the personal contact of Daniel Yebua. And I've been in touch with him to recover the money. As at this morning, he paid 15,000 and said he will pay by the end of July. He should finish paying. So I've sent the pay-in slip to the auditor this morning. So it's only this morning that he paid. He made the first payment.
Madam, you see, it's getting a bit, as my grandmother would say, curious. You told the committee right now that the person per the validation that you did with the headmaster was in school. And therefore, in all fairness, the person ought to receive the money. So on what basis is the person refunding this money?
No, the first two.
Yes. Because at the period I mentioned all of these three, you said you verified all of these three individuals with them. And they were in school at that time. But it is only recently that one of them has traveled. That is why I asked that even during the period that the headmasters may have written to you that they were in school, they were not. So now, at that time, they wrote to you that they were. That is why they were validated. And now they are refunding the money on what basis?
The third, that's the third person, Daniel Yabua. When I was asking the head to respond in writing to my letter I wrote to her, that was when she told me that she didn't come to even, she's also new, so the person has traveled. Then I collected the number of the staff to make the follow-up myself.
Chairman, I think I am still lost with the explanation, and I can certainly say that these individuals were not at post by the explanation I'm getting. And what about Madam, the last person, maybe Steria?
She vacated post.
Have you been able to contact her?
Yes.
And what has she also done? Has she refunded any of the amount?
Yes, all has been refunded.
All the amount?
Yes.
And verify same with the auditors?
Yes.
Auditors, can you please confirm with the individuals in terms of Madam Rose and Daniel and Mavis, whether these amounts have indeed been verified?
Honorable Chair, with regards to Rose Amegbo, the entire amount has been recovered, 5,408.80. And then Mavis Tyria, also the entire amount has been recovered, 6,165.15. Vante and Daniel Amoako were able to confirm that they are still at post. They are, for Vante, he is at Abuaka North, Zion SHS. And then Daniel Amoako too is at post at Awoba SHTS, and Yinasu Idra Setre Dumase. Daniel Yabua indeed has vacated post. This morning we received evidence to the fact that he has been able to pay 15,000 out of the 83,000 that he's supposed to pay. So that is the status as we have. Thank you.
Thank you, auditors. Madam, let's keep the effort at finding a way to recover some of these amounts from them as they've started paying back.
Yes, sir.
And try and also have a look at your validation list before it's sent out.
And I'll do it myself.
Yes, so that at least some of these things will not continue to occur.
Thank you.
We recommended the recovery of these amounts from the separatist staff. Anyway, the auditors have found out that two of them are working. But is that Daniel? Daniel never worked for you.
No, Chair.
But it was another head who told you that, oh, he's here.
Yes, please.
I wish we could rope him in so that he pays that amount. Because you were validating upon, based on his story that the guy was at his school. But GS, why would this mess happen with your payroll? And whenever people who don't work for you, their names appear. My name never appears on it, so that you could be validating me too. GS. Okay, Mauku, you are discharged.
Thank you, Chairman.
Sogakope, SHS. Introduce yourself to the committee, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is David Kwablankata, the headmaster.
I'm Noble Adedia,
the accountant.
All right. Your infraction is on paragraph 518, and Honorable Akwesi Kunedu will handle that one too.
Head, welcome. The auditors confirmed to us that Madam Edna vacated post for March and April of 2024, but was verified to receive salary. Have you been able to recover per the recommendations of the auditors?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Have you shown evidence of the recovery to the auditors?
Yes, please.
Auditors, can you please confirm to us?
Yes, Honorable Chair, the entire amount has been recovered. Thank you.
Is she still in the country or she's left the shores of the country?
Honorable Chair, we are told she's still outside the country.
Oh, she's outside the country.
Yes, please.
So who paid for her? She brought the money herself. She transferred the money to you.
The siblings came to pay.
The siblings came to pay. Okay. Charlie.
All right, Sogakope, you are discharged. Let's call Bishop Herman College. Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. My name is Francis Dominic Kofi Kudolo, Headmaster Bishop Eman College.
All right.
I'm Sifa Squashi, the accountant for the school.
All right. You also have the same problem. Honorable Akwesi Kunedu will handle that one also.
Head, by the recommendations of the auditors, have you been able to recover the amount from Macmillan?
I informed him and he started paying. He paid 4,185 out of 20,000 plus. When I realized that the other payments were not forthcoming, I wrote to the family and they brought it to his attention. He promised to pay the rest. That was in January, and in March I sent a reminder to him and he told me he would do the payment. Thank you.
Is he within the jurisdiction or outside the jurisdiction?
He's outside the jurisdiction, please.
So have you shown evidence of the 8,100, 4,100 to the auditors?
Yes, please.
Auditors, can you please confirm whether this amount has been received?
Honorable Chair, we have evidence to 4,185, leaving a balance of 16,711.25. Thank you.
Keep in contact with the person and try as much as possible. The only reason why I probably is looking at this in a lighter view is that it's for 5 months that you validated the person. And I'm wondering how you do your validation, because if a person doesn't come for work, say a month and 2, you should obviously be finding out why you can't find us. Maybe the person is sick. Or is it that the validation is done automatically? You just take the staff sheet and you just sign and you send it away, because how were you able to validate somebody for 5 months without a person coming to work?
Honorable Chair, part of the period was in the holidays, and so when we realized that he was not coming to school, that was when we stopped validating him. So it started at the time that we were not aware that he had left. Thank you.
How long is the holiday period?
As I said, part of it.
No. Which part of the 5 months is within the holiday period?
I think 2 months or so, because we ran the double track, and so when some students are at home, those teaching them will also be at home. And so we didn't know that he had left at the time. And so at the time that we realized that he had left, that was when we stopped validating him.
Say, 2 months out of 5 months is within the holiday period. You ended up after the 2 months validating the person for 3 extra months. So you see, if you tell us that part of it was within the holiday period, that cannot be an excuse. That cannot be. Because once school reopens and the person is not showing up, even for 1 month, you should have an eye on it. You ended up validating for 3 months. And your explanation is that part of it was within the holidays. That cannot be an excuse.
Thank you.
Respectfully,
Well
that
noted.
cannot.
Does he have a payment plan with you?
I asked him to give me a payment plan,
No.
which he is yet to respond to. He acknowledged and said he would do that.
But you are the one to tell him, this is what I want out of you, or you agree with him if it's going to be 3 months, 6 months, then where has he gone to?
I am told he's gone to Canada.
Canada. Anyway. We want you to get a payment plan from him. He has guarantors, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yes, get them to pay for it.
Yes, sir.
We want to hear something from you within 60 days. The guarantors need to be paying for it.
Thank you, sir. I'll do that.
Chairman, you see, why this is very important to us is that we're here when one school came that needed persons to help them, that they ended up recruiting temporary staffs and paid them low of the minimum wage that they are required. The GES and the Ghana Education Service, of all of these stress that we ourselves as administrators of the school put them through by verifying people who haven't worked, it will not free spaces for them to be able to give you the non-academic staffs or so that you need, the administrative staffs. And at the end of the day, you would end up also blaming them again, blaming the government. Once we put a tight lid on some of these infractions, there will be spaces that will be freed up in terms of how government will be able to compensate and then bring in people to help you. They leave, the spaces are there, then we are struggling to replace them. Because in the books of Education Service and the Ministry of Education, there are people who are there working, whereas they are not. So kindly, let us all, as much as possible as administrators, put an eye on some of these things so that we will not overburden the state. And at the end of the day, you'd end up blaming the same government, not giving you the requisite number of people to help you. Meanwhile, you are paying people who are not there.
Thank you. Well noted.
All right, you are discharged.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Now let's get Beko Senior High School. Yes, are you the only one?
No, Chair. My accountant is highly pressed and he has to visit the washroom before we sit.
Okay, then you want to wait for him?
With your permission, I can start. Thank you, Honorable Chair. My name is Luis Antonio, the headmaster of Beko Senior High School, located at Adakulu, Abuadi.
All right. Hold on, your accountant is here. He's now low pressed.
My name is Alex Amaduman, the accountant for Beko Senior High. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, your infraction is on paragraph 526, and Honorable Bauer will take care of that.
Beko, your infraction is that 125 students of yours failed to return 933 textbooks valued at 27,990 Ghana cedis. And the recommendation was that you should recover these books or their value. Can you tell us how far you've gone with the recovery?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Out of the 933 books that were quoted, 544 are literature books that are not supposed to be returned by students. They are for keep. Then out of that, we have 101 that is still with continuing students that they will be submitting at the end of their programs, the 3-year program. It left with 288. And out of the 288, we were able to retrieve 216 as at Monday, 11th May, 2026. We are left with 72, and it is our target that by the end of this year, we'll retrieve at least 90% of the 72 left. Thank you.
Have you, Headmaster, have you informed, this information, have you given to the auditors?
Yes, we have.
Auditors, can you confirm?
Yes, Honorable Chair, I can confirm that we did some reconciliation, and currently the outstanding textbooks are 72, as he indicated. Thank you.
So let me once again commend the headmaster and his team for following up with the audit recommendations and abiding by them. So, Chairman, out of the 933, it's now left with only 87 books. So he's done very well, and he needs your commendation.
Sir, you've done very well. So now you see how we feel. We sit here, some schools come, they've made the effort to collect the books. Some come here, they really care less. They've only collected one. I wish and pray that GES will take the audit report seriously and use it as part of evaluation of their headmasters. Headmasters who are to be promoted or who should be demoted. I hope they will use this audit report. It will help GES a lot. Thank you very much. You've done very well. You are discharged.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Let's call Kita Business College. Keta. Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Thank you, Chair. I am Courage Meteku, the headmaster of Keta Business College.
Samuel Kutoglu, accountant of Keta Business College.
All right, your infraction is on paragraph 513, and Honorable Jasso will ask you those questions.
Yes, Honorable Chair, thank you. They have an infraction bordering on cash irregularity. They spent 25,350 Ghana cedis on payment for carriage of food items. This has not been refunded. What's the status now?
Still not refunded, but we have, however, followed the directives given to us by the auditors. We've written to our bosses expecting response from them.
When did you do this writing?
I think the first one was on the 3rd December 2024. A reminder was sent somewhere around August 2025. No response as we speak.
Oh, that's proactive. So even before the audit report was published, you wrote, right? Okay. Your MP is smiling because you did well. Chairman, I think that's it. We just have to look at the free SHS thing and how they can pay these things. Thank you.
GES should up their game on this one. Some schools have their whole amounts refunded. Others, I don't know. Anyway, you are discharged.
Thank you.
Now let's call Zion College. Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. My name is Mutipapa Abla Kwakumi, the headmistress, Zion College.
I'm Unity Babaki, the accountant of the school.
Okay, your infraction starts from paragraph 513, and Honorable Jassal will handle that one.
Zion College. So that's a training college or a SSS?
It's currently senior high school.
Senior high school.
Yes, please.
You have a fancy name.
Yeah, it was a college.
It was a. We didn't hear you.
It was established in 1937 by the founder, Dr. Fiao.
Oh, okay. I hear you have a lot of big people that pass through that school.
Yes, please. It will be 90 years next year.
I see. How long have you been headmistress? So anyway, did they call you headmistress or principal?
Headmistress.
Okay. How long have you been there as headmistress?
3 years, please.
3 years. What have you done to get this money back? 3,400. You've been cited for using that amount to pay for food carriage. So you did that payment, right?
Pardon?
You did the payment.
Yes. So what we did was that we wrote to the...
Can you speak up?
Thank you, Chair. I wrote to the free HHS. Then in December 2024. But we also wrote a follow-up through the free HHS coordinator, the Volta, forwarded to the headquarters.
I hope they will find a way of dealing with this 3,400. I'm just wondering how much it cost them to appear before us, to come and answer a question of 3,400. Chair, I'm done.
Honorable member, they have a few other infractions.
Okay, great.
The next infraction is on paragraph 526, and Honorable Bauer will handle that one.
Zion College is in relation to the unrecovered textbooks. And in your case, you have 166 students of you who failed to return 861 textbooks valued at 25,830 Ghana cedis. The recommendation was that you had to retrieve these books or their value. How far have you gone with it, the recommendation?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. So far, we have retrieved 417 books. And then we have some left, about 444. So, even as at last week, some students are still bringing the books. The student having about 6 textbooks brought it last week, and it's inclusive in this. Yes.
So, what efforts are you making to retrieve the rest? What measures have you put in place?
Thank you. We have a clearance system. But apart from the clearance system, for this past student, what we did that we wrote to the PTA that they should publish those things on their platform for parents to inform their wards. So that is what we did for the past students. But for the current students, we make sure that the clearance system works. And anytime a student is coming for any correspondence with the school, either certificates, letter of introduction, or any other thing, we make sure that they pass through the store and check all those details, and then they submit the books. So most of them bring it back if they are there to get those value documents that they want.
Mr. Chairman, I think she's making the effort. The headmistress is making effort. She's done about 50%. So it's a laudable effort that she's making. I will only encourage you to pursue and correct and recover the rest of the books.
Thank you.
All right, you have another infraction at paragraph 531, Honorable Frankie Abusua will handle that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Headmistress, I was having confidence in you that you're going to have less infraction, but looking at how it's going, I'm sure you're going to be here for a long time. So, do you have the Public Procurement Act 2003 as 663 as amended in your office, both the headmistress and the accountant?
Yes, thank you. We have even soft copies. We downloaded it on our machine. Last year, we read through and then we followed the procedure.
So who is in charge of your procurement?
The procurement officer, the supplier
Sorry?
officer.
Sorry, who is in charge of the procurement?
The procurement is me, is the head. Yeah.
You're in charge of procurement?
Yeah.
And you've been there for 3 years now.
Excuse me. The procurement board, we have a procurement, the ETC, we have a procurement board that handles those things.
Madam, headmistress, take your time, please. I have time for you, so take your time. Because you're under oath, I don't want you to commit any problem, so take your time. Who is in charge of your procurement? Sorry?
It's me.
You are in charge of procurement?
Procurement, yes.
Okay. And you said you've been there for 3 years now?
Yes, please.
So this report you are considering was under you, like under your tenure?
Yes.
Sorry? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So if we have the act, and according to you, you've gone through it, am I right to say that you have working knowledge of the provisions in the act?
Yes.
The relevant provisions in the act?
Yes, please.
Okay. So what does Section 35 say in respect of procurement?
I don't have it offered, but if I can remember.
Okay, so do you know anything about competitive tendering or competitive procurement?
Yes, please.
So if you know that, and this thing happened under your watch, and since you said you are in charge of it, why must you engage 5 different vendors for the procurement of goods and services with complete disregard to the provisions under Section 35?
Honorable Chair, the particular infraction happened before I came, and it was in the creditors book. It was a long creditor of the...
I am not getting your point. You said you've been there for 3 years now, and this is 2024 report. So how does your assertion come in?
It was a long-standing creditor of the school. That gives us examination material.
So you are attempting to say that it happened before you joined. It's an outstanding debt. Is that what you mean?
Yes. It
so
was,
the process took place before 2023?
Yes, please. It was in the recommendation of the auditors that we should pay our creditors. So we went ahead and then paid them. And then we follow up and look for the document and we submitted it to the
Madam, you are doing very well, so calm down. I just want to understand so that others here will also learn. We are not here to hang you or do anything to you, so just take your time and answer. So you are trying to say that the infraction happened when you hadn't joined the school?
Yes, please.
Auditors, is there any way that you can confirm that?
Yes, Honorable Chair, they later on provided some documents, some invoices as alternative quotations. But usually our challenge is way after the audit. When you receive such documents, you wonder whether they were there before or it was after the audit that they went to source them out there. So that is a challenge that we have, but some documents have been provided.
Yeah, my point here is not even about the alternative quotations. She's trying to say that that infraction happened before she joined the school. Yes, and she joined the school 3 years ago. And as you all know, this is 2024 audit.
I joined 2023.
And yes, and this is 2024 audit. So I don't know which month in 2023 that you joined, but at least 1st of January 2024 to the 31st of January 2024, you were with the school, you were the headmistress. So how do you put the two together? That's where I don't understand. So just make us understand so that we can move on.
Okay, so
and as I said, you're doing well, so please keep on.
Thank you, Chairman. We went back to the files and then retrieved those things from the old file.
Let me ask something. Accountant, were you there at the time of the audit?
With the chair, no.
No.
Yeah.
When did you come to the school?
3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
Convenient.
So the problem is that the headmistress was there in 2023. This thing happened in 2024. And she's trying to, or she's attempting to say that it didn't happen under her watch, meaning that it happened before she joined. And that's why I have a problem. And that's why I want the auditors to come in.
Mr. Chair, the briefing I got from my predecessor was that the said amount was stated in her handing over notes before she took over. So based on the 2023 management reports of our auditors, they recommended that they pay the suppliers. So based on that, she paid. Later on, they came back to check the initial agreement of that payment. So if not because of the recommendations from the auditors, she wouldn't have paid. But later on, we checked the documents and we saw it and we submitted it for validation.
But they have supplied you with the goods?
That was then. We were not there.
No. Listen to what you are saying. They had already supplied the goods.
Yes.
And you were refusing to pay. For what reason?
I think the auditors may have to come in again because we need to understand what happened.
Honorable Chair, we cannot reconcile with what what they are saying because these are 5 transactions and it happened within the period of our audit. We covered January to December 2024. So I don't know whether it's the same issue they are talking about is another thing altogether. And this was an infraction that we indicated. And an observation was issued to that effect. And so if that was the issue, I'm sure it would have come to the attention of the auditors. This never happened. And as we have it in the report, we stand by exactly as we have indicated. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Accountant, you indicated to this committee that your predecessor told you that there was a report in 2023 and it was captured. And you also indicated that the auditors advised that the said amount be paid. Which auditors? Do you mean the audit service?
Yes.
Audit service.
Yes.
Do you have a copy of that report?
I don't have it here.
You don't have it. Have you seen a copy of that report?
I saw it.
You've seen it?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's important that you make that report available to the auditors. Let them verify so that, I mean, we are able to reconcile. Because if they recommended to you to pay and subsequently come and
leaving you to go, but please, that's why I ask you if you have a copy of the act, and you said you have a copy, so please comply with the relevant provisions of the act so that next year you won't come here again. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
All right. auditors have said that we recommended to the management of the institution to comply with the relevant provisions of the Public Procurement Act to avoid sanctions. You've seen a copy of the report, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. They didn't recommend that I sanction you, so.
So, Chair, I just want to get some clarity on that. Madam, are you saying to this committee that those companies listed are part of the handing over note to you?
Yes, the creditor, the one who supplies stationery.
Madam, you are discharged. Go and sin no more.
Thank you.
Aflao Senior High Technical. Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Honorable Chair, my name is John Akins Shamu, the headmaster of Aflao Senior High Technical.
Prince La Anhiela, accountant of Aflao Senior High Technical.
All right, your infraction is on paragraph 535, and Honorable Sebastian De will take care of that one.
Thank you, Chair. Shabu.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Honorable.
Yes. Honorable Chair, the gentleman and I are friends because he used to work in Bishop Eman College, which is in my constituency, and that's why I got to know him. Your issue in the school you are now, say Aflao Senior High Technical School, you've been cited by the auditor that the land on which the school is situated, you don't have documentation for it. Yours is a very serious one because, Chairman, Aflao is at the border. And for lands at the border, it's serious if we do not have documentation on the land. What do you have to say to that, please?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I came there at the tail end of 2024. So when I came in 2025, I cited a report. So I did some checks, and I was told that Honorable Mansur Lukuto was a surveyor that did the work on the land. So I went and picked his number from somewhere, and I called him. And he confirmed that yes, that he has a document. He could not release the document because the assembly did not pay him. So I went to the assembly, I wrote to the assembly and asked them that they should help me retrieve the document, which the assembly has responded, and we started taking steps to retrieve the document from the honorable, because as the honorable said, they've even started encroaching upon the land already. So as and when the document comes, we'll start taking measures to prevent people from encroaching on it. Thank you, Chair.
Chairman, in your view, what do you think that this committee can press the button for you to get the document? Is it talking to Honorable Lukuto or what? Please tell us.
Yeah, I'll be happy if the committee can talk to Honorable Lukuto for him to release the document for us.
We should talk to him to release it for free. Is that what you are suggesting to this committee?
We are here to ask questions. We are not going to run any errand for anybody.
Chair, I think we need to correct this. The honorable's name that he referred to,
yes,
provided
service. Yes.
Probably when he was not even an MP.
Yes.
So this is strictly a transactional thing between the district assembly and his company or whatever company
Okay,
he worked
yes.
for.
Yes.
And so his name coming in here is a non-starter. I don't even know why his name is mentioned at all, because a surveyor, that is really the operating word.
Okay.
And so if the district faulted in settling their liabilities to the surveyor, then you will not get a document. Maybe that's the terms of the engagement. And so, Headmaster, Shamo,
Yes,
so
sir.
if you could rephrase your rendition properly so that the honorable member is not unduly vilified for something that he probably has not done. I think you have to get the records corrected.
Okay, then let me set
Yes.
the record straight. During my checks, I was told that a surveyor did a work for the school. So I got his number, called him, and he told me that he was not paid. That's why he could not release the document for that survey.
How much is involved? How much are you supposed to
Mr.
pay?
Church, actually, I don't know the amount.
And you have written to the assembly. Is that
Yes,
is that
I
your,
wrote it to the assembly.
You wrote to the assembly,
Yeah,
or
I
you
wrote to-
you spoke to the?
No, I wrote to the
Do you have a
assembly.
copy of the letter here?
Yes, I have the letter.
Make it available. Tomorrow, the assemblies will be coming before this committee.
Okay.
And I'm sure your district will be here so that we'll inquire from him.
Thank
I
you
mean,
very
the fact that he's a member of parliament or doesn't mean he does these things for free. I mean, that's what his parents took him to school to do, and that's why he takes care of his family. And so we are not faulting you, but let's have a copy of this tomorrow when the assemblies come before us. We'll question them so that they pay. We need documentation on these lands.
Yes.
But does the land belong to you? The school?
Yes.
It belongs to the school.
Yes, it belongs to the school.
And you are saying that people have started encroaching the land.
Yes.
Are you waiting till you get documentations to the land before you do something about the encroachment?
Honorable Chair, I wasn't there before they acquired the land. So if I go to stop somebody now, the person may tell you,
No.
what
No,
document do you
your
have?
statement was that people have started encroaching the land. It means that you know about the land.
Yes.
And you know that the land belongs to the school.
The school, yeah.
And you are waiting till this document, if it will be released in 2028, you are waiting till the document is released before you do something about it. Please, once the land belongs to you, it is only documentation that you await. Go ahead and do something to protect your boundaries.
Honorable member, before he can do anything, he needs to have a site plan. And with a site plan, that is when you can say, hey, you are in our land or not in our land. Have you walled the school?
No, Honorable Chair.
Oh, okay. GS, help him. Help him, because you will come to Parliament right now and ask us to vote for some money to build another secondary school. 'Cause I know that school. Prime land. Maybe I should go there and build some estate houses.
Chairman, may I use this opportunity to comment on the recommendation made by the auditors
Yeah.
on this particular matter? I read that we recommend that management of the school should notify GES.
Yes.
And, you know, based on, you know, with the advent of Act 1049, there is another entity, a parallel management entity created, which is the Ghana Tibet Service. Unfortunately, they are not represented here. But I want to commend the Director General, Deputy Director General, and then the Regional Director for Volta Region for representing the interest of Tibet Service so well here. And I think that is commendable because we expect some collaboration between these two entities. So whatever is being recommended here, I think that it falls squarely on at the doorstep of the Ghana Tibet Service, and that needs to be made clear. Yeah. Because you see, the Ghana Tibet Service is fairly a new creation, and whatever is being recommended here for action to be taken such that we do not see them come here again, that needs to be clarified so that this, GES will not just be doing this, which is not actually their responsibility. Indeed, I like the collaboration, And by covering for them so well here, I think it's commendable. That needs to be placed on record. That said, I think the chairman has ruled or made an indication on what needs to be done for your school to be secured. Thank you.
Chairman, let me indicate that the Ghana Education Service is comprised of senior high schools and senior high technical schools. It's a technical institute or technical vocational education and training schools that are no longer under us. So the secondary senior high technical schools are under Ghana Education Service. Thank you.
But my concern or my issue is about those that are technical schools, about 238 of them, that you are still, covering up for in terms of taking the issues to work on them. Thank you.
Sir, get with GES. You are discharged.
Thank you, Chair.
Hold on.
My question to you is that you are working on the papers, for instance, for now. But to prove ownership of land doesn't necessarily mean you must acquire paper before. You must show some ownership. Somebody is building on your land. You must show some force, some ownership that this land belongs to you. But if you stand aloof that you want to get papers before, you take action, you are going to be in trouble.
You are discharged. Let's call the Awomefia SHS. Please introduce yourself to the committee.
My name is Agbavo Gilbert Suda, the headmaster of Afenyo-Markin Senior High Technical School.
My name is Richard Akoche, the accountant.
Okay, your issue is on paragraph 513, and Honorable Jasso will handle that one.
Headmaster. Thank you, Honorable Chair. Headmaster, did you say your name is Sudan? Okay. I like that name. If I get a baby boy, I'll name him after you. Anyway, you are welcome here. You have an infraction bordering on cash irregularity. And that has to do with 8 transactions on carriage of food items whose expenses have not been refunded. You have a total of 4,980 Ghana cedis. Are you aware of this? What is the status now?
Mr. Chairman, we did the needful by writing to the necessary quarters for the refund. And we couldn't hear any response. That was 30th, the first one. The first letter that we wrote was 25th November 2024. And then the second one was 30th April 2026. We wrote the second one because we waited for a long time and we are not getting any response. That's why we made this follow-up. And as of now, there wasn't any response.
So the second one, was it triggered because you were billed to appear before the committee?
No, please.
Oh, okay. Okay, Chair. That's it.
You are discharged. Let's call.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Click call. Introduce yourself to the committee.
Chair, my name is Richard Agbakobedi, headmaster at Clico Senior High Technical School.
Mr. Chair, please, my name is Foley Alexander Selom, accountant of Clico Senior High Technical School.
Okay, your issue is on paragraph 531, and Honorable Frankie Ebo will handle that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Clico Senior High, the headmaster and the accountant, you're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I'm sure you followed the discussion I had with the headmistress of Zion College. So we are not going to waste much time. Do you have a copy of the Public Procurement Act 2003, Act 663 as amended in your office?
Yes, please.
And who is in charge of your procurement?
I am, please. I am the chairman of the entity tender committee of the school. So I would say I'm in charge of procurement.
So who will start the procurement process before it gets to the entity tender committee? Or somebody will have to start the process before it gets to the entity tender committee?
The user department will start it, and then they build the requisition, and then it gets to the entity tender committee.
Do you prepare procurement plan?
We have.
So who is in charge of the preparation of the procurement plan?
The committee does that.
The committee will not be in front of the computer and be inputting data. Who is in charge of that?
The accountant, and the accountant does that.
So the 2025 procurement plan, who prepared it?
The accountant, please.
You. So headmaster, how long have you been with Clay Court Senior High?
Mr. Chair, I've been there for 8 months.
Okay, so this infraction did not happen under your watch?
No, please. I inherited it. We inherit assets and liabilities.
Okay, so wherever you came from, I'm sure it's the same process we're going through. So I can still carry on. Since you indicated that you have working knowledge of the Act 663 as amended, are you conversant with the provisions under Section 35?
I may not necessarily know.
It talks about competitive procurement process.
Yes, please.
So, accountant.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
If you are aware of the existence of the Act and conversant with the provisions under Section 35 of Act 663 as amended, why must you engage 8 vendors at different intervals for the procurement of goods and services without going through competitive tendering or competitive procurement?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, truly, as earlier explained by my headmaster, I was actually not there by then. I also inherited it anyway, but when these infractions were raised by the auditors, going through the document handed over to me, I chanced upon the alternative quotations that we are talking about, which are presented to the auditors, and they verify it duly. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Auditors, can you confirm, please?
Honorable Chair, there is a procurement issue, and I think that the committee has a stance on it. Procurement invoices that are submitted after the audit report has been done, you can't really assure yourself that they existed at the time of the audit, because if they had them, they should have provided them to us. So that is the case with this one. Though he said that he retrieved them from the files, but we can't assure ourselves of that. Thank you.
So, accountant, how long have you been with Clay Court Senior High? The phone, your mic is off. You can now speak, please.
Yeah, please. 1 year, 6 months.
So this audit happened when you were with the school?
Yes, I took over before the audit started.
You took over before the audit started?
Yes, please.
Okay, so if we talk about you retrieving the information from a file, you were part of the audit. And this happened, or supposed to have happened, between January 1st and 31st of December 2024, when you were at post.
Mr. Chairman, not between January 2024. It's between, I was at post between August 2024.
Yes.
To December 2024.
Yeah, I understand that. And I'm saying that this audit is for that period, the period of starting from 1st of January 2024 to the 31st of December 2024, when you joined in August 2024.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So when the auditors came, you were a party to the team that were dealing with the auditors.
Yes, Mr.
Did you
Chairman.
take part in the exit interview or the exit conference you had with the auditors?
Yes, please. I took part.
So will somebody or someone be right to say that you were unable to provide the alternative quotation because they didn't exist? And after the auditors brought their management letter, you managed to manufacture the evidence. And you are under oath, so think about it before you answer, please.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I am actually speaking to the fact. The payment was actually with regards to creditors. So when the auditors raised this issue, I called for I looked for the creditors file. So I saw a copy of such alternative quotations on their various files. So
When did you receive the items?
It was received before I took over.
You auditors, it's the same issue. I don't know whether they don't understand the issue or they are not, they are attempting to hide something, because you joined the school in August 2024. This audit is for the period January 1st to 31st of December 2024. And they even came to the audit in 2025 when you were there. And you don't seem to know what happened. Headmaster.
Mr. Chair, what he's trying to say is that the transaction, the procurement issues happened before he took over. But then, because the audit covers a certain period, he was the one in charge when the audit happened. But he was not there when the transaction actually took place.
He took over in 2020, in
August 2024.
So are you saying that the transactions happened in 2024, but it happened before August 2024? Is that the case? Please don't answer for him. Let him answer.
Yes, please. That's the case. Honorable Chair, please, I have a copy of the transactions that happened that I gave to the auditors that they verified with me here.
Tell me the last date of the date on the last transaction. So you have them, so just refer. Don't try to say something that will implicate you.
Honorable. You see, if I had had the indication, the recommendation of the auditors was to, it says we recommended to the management of the institution to comply with the relevant provisions of the Public Procurement Act to avoid sanctions. So if they had said that I was to sanction them, I would have done it long time, so it would have saved us some time. But look, you've been warned for you to do the right thing.
That's why I wanted him to give us the last date, the date on the last transaction, so that I will settle it.
Initially, I thought accountant came prepared. But
I've seen it. It's on the 8th of April 2024.
That's the last one.
Yes, please.
Last but one.
The same on the 8th. So the last but one is 26th February.
Okay. All right. Mr. Chair, we have to leave it here.
So, Headmaster, you just took over. Who were there before you took over? Who are the people there? Who was the headmaster there? Who was the accountant there?
Thank you, Chair. Honestly, the headmaster died before he took over.
That's all.
Yes. You are discharged.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Do we have Mawuli Senior High? Introduce yourself to them. to the committee.
Thank you, Chair. Benjamin Yaude is my name.
Are you related to the Honorable MP?
I'll trace that.
You will trace it?
Yes. But we are Maulians. Yes.
Maxwell Asare, the accountant.
All right. Honorable Bauer will handle your issue, please.
Maoli, you are welcome, but your issue relates to the non-recovery of textbooks in which 236 students of yours failed to return 452 textbooks valued at 13,500 Ghana cedis. And the recommendation was that you should recover these books or their value. Can you tell us how far you've gone with the recommendation of the Auditor General?
Thank you, Chair. As at last year, July, we were able to retrieve 395 books. And we were left with 57. Last year and to date, even though the process was slow, we retrieved 18. Today we have 39 left to retrieve. These monies have been lodged in the accounts and presented to the auditors. Thank you.
Auditors, can you confirm?
Yes, Honorable Chair, the 413 as at date has been retrieved, and then we have an outstanding balance of 39. Thank you.
Thank you. Headmaster and yourself, let me commend you highly for being proactive and then also adhering to the recommendations of the Auditor General. So, Mr. Chair, that should be all for me.
All right, thank you very much. You've done a good job.
I've seen that Madam Chair is nodding. She wants to say something.
No, I'm nodding because last year they were all over the place with their celebrations, including the road minister.
Thank you.
Yes. I hope you got something good, some good money to do something for the school.
Yes.
Good. And keep up the spirit. I have a few friends who went to Mauli.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
You are discharged. Now, Agomeda Technical Institute. Are you here? Please introduce yourself to the committee.
I'm Victor Tete, Agobeda Technical School, Vice Principal, Academics.
Okay.
I'm George Abbey, Accountant.
Accountant. How come you guys don't have a title to your land?
Okay. Mr. Chair, Agomeda Technical School was established as a community-based school. So the land was given to the school by the community. So when the auditors raised the issue about our title deed, we contacted the community leaders and we initiated a process to get the documentations. So we had a site plan, but the community leaders asked us to hold on because they want to expand the current boundaries of the school. Because they want to expand the current boundaries of the school because they anticipated that the school will grow. So they asked us to hold on, which in 2025, they sent some elders together with the surveyors from the district assembly to come and pick the points. And that's what we are waiting on currently for it to be ready.
When did they tell you to hold on?
That was somewhere in 2024.
2024, we are in 2026, and you still don't have a site plan.
We have an initial site plan of the original size, which the school was built on, which we have. But when we went back to them, when the auditors queried that we need to have it registered, they asked us that they want to expand the existing boundaries.
How many more acres do they want to add to the school? Look, these are all part of delaying tactics.
So
by the time you realize, you would have gone on retirement, and you still don't have a site plan, and people are encroaching on the land. Go and meet the elders. Find out when they are going to give you the site plan, because you need to register it. Yes, madam.
Don't you think a bird in hand is worth 1,000 in the bush? You have something you claim as the land for the school. Why don't you register that one? And then if tomorrow they decide to expand it for you, you add on. But rather you want to hold on and add on. And it's not coming forth. Please. This morning we had one teacher from Ganata Secondary School. She came in 2023. This issue was raised, and as we speak, we had a surveyor confirming that she has been able to register the land. Please, a bird in hand is worth 1,000 in the bush.
Very well noted, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, so with this, I know you'll be back next year, because you don't have a site plan. You are discharged.
Thank you.
Did I hear they're confused here? Huh? Yeah, was it, did they administer the oath to you?
No, please.
Why didn't you show up when we came to Takrady?
Please, we had the message very late.
What do you mean by you had the message very late? How late did you receive the message?
It was...
hold on. You need to be sworn in first. Yes.
Quran. This is Bible. Now we need the Quran. I, Abdullah Ayub,
Eric Okran,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue
shall be the truth,
the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So help me God. Thank you.
Yeah, how late did you get the message?
Honorable, we had the message the very day the committee was sitting. That was the day we had the message, and it was in the afternoon. If we had had it in the morning, we could have even made it.
What form of message did you get? Was it a WhatsApp message, email, or paper?
In actual fact, my accountant was in my office. We were discussing some issues. Sir, Honorable.
I just asked you a simple question.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's 2:30. What form of a message did you get? Whether you were discussing something in the office.
This is what I'm saying, yes, the regional accountant informed my accountant when they didn't see us there. That was where he called him and was asking him why we were not there. So accountant said he didn't receive the message. I had also not seen the message.
But how come every other school in Central Region got the message?
Honorable, that is why I have explained. Apparently, the time they placed the message on the platform, I had not read it. That was on Sunday evening. And Monday, I was very much engaged in some activities. I couldn't even visit the platform. And so it was on Tuesday when we were in the office that accountant had the message. And he had also not been informed at all.
They sent it to you on a WhatsApp?
Yes, please.
It
But,
was
but I hadn't read it.
But
at
you
the
hadn't
time.
read it?
At the time, yes, please.
So why are you saying that you only got the message that afternoon? Everybody else was sent, they were on the same platform. You see, GES, this is a problem. Some of them, when you send message to them, they don't pay attention to it. They do things at their own time. So when it comes to following up on stuff, they don't do it. Ekonfiti Amedia, you have 2 projects with Get Fund. They've paid 3.6 million cedis already on it. And these have been abandoned for 80 months. What are you doing about it?
Honorable, we have written to the Director General.
Introduce yourself, please.
Please, I said I'm Abdullah Ayub,
okay,
the headmaster of Ekonfiti Ahmadiyya
Yes,
Senior
sir.
High.
I'm Eric Okran, accountant, Ekonfiti.
Okay, now, Mr. Headmaster, continue.
Honorable, I said we have written to the Director General through our District Director of Education, through the Regional Director, and we have also copied Get Fund.
Did you get any reply from them?
No, please.
When was the last time you wrote
It was,
to them?
we wrote, in fact, my predecessor had written, but we wrote ours on the 27th of June, 2025.
Get Fund, could you help us here, please?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. We have some completed and uncompleted projects in the school. We can confirm 12 unit classroom block completed. We have a 6 unit classroom block at 75%, that's roofing, not completed. We have a assembly hall at 55% completed. We have auditorium that we are verifying because it doesn't seem to be our project. Then we also have a 2-story dormitory block completed and another 2 dormitory block at Gable. So these are the projects that we have. If I can pick the data from there so that I can confirm from our data whether it is in line or is something else. Thank you. And these are also some of the uncompleted are the ones that we have actually programmed because we captured them to complete.
Honorable, please, our uncompleted projects are 3, not 2, please. We have a 1-story boys dormitory.
The documents that Get Fund has is what he mentioned it. So one of those projects is not from Get Fund. That's what he's saying.
Okay, probably.
All
We'll
right.
find out. Thank you.
You are discharged.
Thank you. We are grateful.
Okay, madam. I can't hear away. Now let's call Avejime Aveyime Bato. Are you here? And at the same time, let's call Mafi Kumasi. If Mafi Kumasi here, and we have Peki SHS. Okay. Pull some chairs. Is Peki coming? Have you guys been sworn in? Have all of you been sworn in? Okay. Now you will introduce yourself so the whole country sees you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My name is Michael Totime, Headmaster Afenyo-Markin.
Okay.
My name is Sifas Doji Dagbin, accountant, Bato Afenyo.
Okay, the rest of you come forward and introduce yourself.
Honorable Chair, I'm Peace Amagoka, Headmistress, Peki Senior High School. Thank you.
Big Smart Nkunukujo, accountant.
Accountant where?
Peki Senior High School.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm Lucas Jiramado, accountant, Afenyo-Markin Senior High Technical.
Where's the head of the school?
He's just step out to the rush room, please.
Call him to come, otherwise you have to come to Accra. Look, let me tell you something President Reagan taught me. Trust, but verify.
Afenyo-Markin is the headmistress or headmaster here.
He came, so
He was here?
Yes, he was here since morning.
Okay. So we'll go ahead with the two. The auditors say that you have contravened Section 81 of the PFM Act.
Yes, Madam.
Yes. What is it that you have done?
Actually, we prepared the final account and then submitted. And some anomalies were detected. So we were asked to come for it and then remedy it. Then later on, we submitted the final account. But as we delayed a little. So
What did you say?
we delayed in submitting. When
You
we did
delayed
that-
in submitting.
Yes, please.
So Afenyo-Markin, you did say Afenyo-Markin and then, okay, the two of you. You delayed in submitting.
Yes,
But you know the auditor also works within a time frame.
Yes,
and there are
please.
timelines to their work. So the auditor said you failed to submit your financial statements. So auditors, have they submitted the required financial statements to you?
Yes, Honorable Chair, they did that after the deadline given by the Act. And so it's clearly a breach. They have done that, but
Yes. No, yes, it's clearly, as for
Yes.
the breach, they have breached the rule, the law.
Yes,
in
they did it
81.
afterwards.
So, Mr. Chairman, I'm told they have submitted their financial statements, but they have breached Section 81, the law.
Did you recommend?
No.
Did you recommend any sanctions?
No, we did not.
You did not.
Usually when it comes to the accounts, we will state it, you have it captured in the report, all right, but
Yes,
then
sir.
we don't come with any recommendations, but the committee can do so if they so wish. Thank you.
Afenyo-Markin, headmaster, you are here.
He is here.
Why did you delay in submitting your financial statement to the auditors?
And he needs to introduce himself
Yeah.
so that the whole country finds out who you are.
I'm Seth Koku Amewo, headmaster, Afenyo-Markin Senior High.
Thank you. And I'm asking why you delayed in submitting your financial statements to the auditors, as it's a breach in Section 81 of the PFM Act.
Madam Chair,
You know, you are headmasters and headmistresses, and you are supposed to set a good example. We will leave it here for today, but next time we will not. And we have taken notice of these 3 schools, and I hope this will not be repeated. We want to end it here. Thank you.
noted, madam.
All right, you guys are discharged. Don't do it again. Because if you do it again, inshallah, you will meet me next year. So we are done.
So, on behalf of the committee and all of us, would like to thank everybody who attended upon us. We are done for today's sitting, and tomorrow we will be meeting the pre-university schools from the Eastern region, as well as the municipals, metropolitan, and districts assemblies from the Eastern region on the Auditor General's report. So, thank you so much. We are done for today.
Thank you too.